How the fuck's it going, everyone? Back today with another video, a very special video today. We've got Mr. Questy from over at QuestForMetal
How's it going,
today.
guys?
Um, so yeah, we're going to be looking at our top five Death Doom albums of all time here. Um, I'm surprised you hadn't done this one already, to be fair, because you've pretty much done every ranking
I know.
under the sun.
I'm
Um,
a whore for these kind of ranking videos.
yeah,
I do it all. But
I'm a
yeah,
whore for
Death
watching
Doom.
them.
Yeah, Death Doom's just slipped my grasp. I've done Funeral Doom. I've just not done Death Doom yet. So this will be a good foray into extra Doom videos.
Yeah, man. Sounds good. We're going in raw here. No editing because it's all on my end.
Going in
So
raw.
yeah, yeah. So there's going to be no fancy stuff popping up. There'll be no background as you
And I
used to
won't
with
even have
Questy's
any
videos.
fucking props because I haven't bought any. Sorry,
Yeah,
Justin.
just pretend. Just pretend.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, J Dog will be fucking fuming. Um, I did enjoy that YouTuber ranking thing. That was fucking awesome.
Cheers.
Ballsy move. I'll look forward to the J Dog collab next.
Oh God. If he lets me, he'll crush me like a twig.
Oh, yeah, I'm putting in the plug for you there. So yeah, we're just going to do our top five. We'll do them kind of one at a time. Questy, would you like to do the honors and go first? We'll just chat a bit about them and yeah, see how this goes.
All right, yeah, sounds good. I'll do my five first. My fifth place is a band which is more on the death metal side than the doom. It's still death doom, but it's more heavy onto the death, and that is Asphyx is the band
Nice.
that I love. I love Asphyx. The album I've chose is such a weird one because most people would pick like Last One on Earth or The Rack. I've picked Death the Brutal Way. For some reason,
Interesting.
I think I love this album. It's got like this war theme going on throughout it, which reminds me of Panzer Division Marduk, my favorite Marduk album. And it has like the sounds of like missiles going on in some of the songs, and like Death Swamp, Blood Swamp, sorry, feels like you're wading through like this murky water. Title track is killer. So many good riffs, and Martin Van Drunen is just one of the best vocalists in metal in general. I love his vocal, especially Pestilence's Consuming Impulse. Ooh, amazing. But I love his work
Fully
with
agree.
Asphyx, and this is the album where he came back into the band, and I think it was like Brave New World, bro, new life into the band, and I loved it. I love this album. So yeah, it's my number five place. Shocker, but it's good.
I've got to agree with you there, to be fair. I could have put five Asphyx albums in here just alone. Do love Death Hammer as well, but
Death Hammer's
yeah,
great.
as you mentioned, Blood Swamp, man. What a fucking tune that is.
Amazing.
Absolutely class. Good pick, to be fair. I thought I was gonna be more surprised with how rogue you were going. I thought you were gonna say God Cries or something.
No.
Oh, thank God for
No,
that. Okay,
definitely.
yeah, great pick. Ballsy pick as well.
So let's see what you've
So
got.
yeah, so my first pick, as you can see, we came dressed in the same clothing. That's super embarrassing. Yeah, representing, I've gone with Hooded Menace's Never Cross the Dead. Pretty standard pick. Oh no, you haven't, have you?
Yeah, we'll see later on in the list.
Okay, no spoilers here. But yeah, sophomore full-length album. Lasse Peiko's vocals are absolutely brilliant. Really kind of low and grumbling. I was devastated when he stopped doing vocals and then told us all that he hates doing vocals, because he's one of the best in the game, in my opinion. Some of the most outrageously catchy Death Doom you will ever hear, in my opinion. Great songwriting. Love the theme as well. It kind of comes across as like an 80s horror sort of thing for me. Yeah, absolutely classic in my opinion. 2010 from Finland. Go and check it out if you haven't.
Absolutely amazing album.
Love it.
And more about that later.
Yeah.
Oh, you knew it was going to be Hooded Menace. We're both wearing it. Come on.
This is true. I should have gone rogue and picked, I don't know, that compilation or something.
Yeah, something completely wild.
Yeah.
All right, number four is going to be an interesting one. I don't know if a lot of people would have heard this band. If you like Funeral Doom, you might have. The band's Catacombs, and it's in the depths of Rilla. Or Lyeh.
Yeah.
It's a mixture of like atmospheric death doom and funeral doom mixed together. Very almost Lovecraftian. You can tell by the album cover, which I don't have. Just use your imagination.
It's got Cthulhu on it.
Exactly. Cthulhu's on it. It's all grey. It's murky. It's beautiful. It completely goes with the music itself. And I love when album covers kind of do that. This is thick with dread. Like the sound on it is crushingly heavy. I love my doom that's like really, really heavy and low, like Ahab and stuff like that. And this kind of scratches that itch. And it still has enough riffs and enough death in it to kind of be, it's kind of like the opposite of my Asphyx pick. That's more death, whereas this is more doom. But it still kind of counts. And I'm being cheeky. I'll throw it in. I love it. It's got Lovecraft, Funeral Doom. Fuck it, put it together. It's great. It's great stuff.
Perfect pairing. Perfect pairing.
Exactly.
Is that a French band?
I have no idea. Probably.
I could be. I might be thinking of the wrong band, to be fair, but yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, I love that album.
So that was number 4. I've lost count already. Jesus Christ, this is going well.
We only got to count to
I'll count to 5. Yeah, counting's hard. All right.
Get the count from the Muppets to help your Sesame Street.
I could do with them, to be honest. Just a refresher lesson.
Oh yeah, number four.
Okay, good. We're there. So I've gone with a US pick here. Probably no surprises. I do mention this one quite a bit, but this is Into Darkness by Winter. So much like your second pick, this is more on the doom side. Very slow and patient and really kind of uncomfortable sounding. The overall war theme, and that is very much emphasized by the really slow, kind of brooding nature of the instrumentals. The vocals are really kind of grumbly and gruff, but you can kind of hear everything he's saying as well. It's one of those. But yeah, this thing's got some absolutely punishing riffs, and it's a record that scratches the itch for this type of thing perfectly. Yeah, they only did one album and then no idea what happened, to be honest. But they've got an EP as well, which is in this box set too. But yeah, the album itself's absolutely fantastic. Winter, Into Darkness.
Yeah, great pick. Definitely check that out for fans of Doom. Like that's a classic.
100%.
Reminds me of another band, which I don't want to spoil because it could be on your list, but they also made one album, and it's also very good. Anyway, my number 3 is gonna be more on the melancholic kind of side of things. We're gonna go with Catatonia's Brave Murder Day, which
I was wondering if this was gonna turn up.
I love Katatonia, one of my favorite bands. I like the clean singing and stuff like that, the newer stuff, the proggy stuff, but I also love like the more death doom stuff, like in the first 2 records. And Brave Murder Day has Mikkel from Opeth growling on, so obviously it's gonna be my fucking top 5. Come on, you even know me. But the song, the 10-minute song, like Brave, the melody in that is just so fucking good. Just starting off with that is just amazing. Murder's Great Day is such a beautiful song as well. So yeah, I love it. I love it to pieces. It's one of my favorites of all time. Even the bird is so iconic, the purple on it, everything about it magical. Love it.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, number 3, I think, if I've counted that correctly.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
I've got, again, probably an album or a band that's more seen as a death metal band. You probably know where this is going, to be honest, because we've had Asphyx already. So Autopsy was always going to end up here. We chatted a little bit about this band just before we came on, but I've gone with Mental Funeral. Their second album, yeah, mine too. It's way more in the vein of Death Doom as opposed to Severed Survival, in my opinion. It's not quite as punky and kind of crusty and dirty sounding, but it is in the Doom way. It's more sluggish, more punishing. I find the production better on this one. Reifert sounds as disgusting as ever on here. This is one of my favorite albums of all time, never mind just in Death Doom. I absolutely love Autopsy. Everything they've done, to be honest, but yeah, Mental Funeral, man. Fucking great.
Absolute
Peaceville
classic.
Records as well.
Oh yeah, two peacefuls in a row. Damn.
Yeah.
They're getting some love today.
Yes, sir. They were always gonna, to be fair.
That is true. It's Doom. We can't not talk about peaceful.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. My number two now.
Yeah,
So
that's it.
perfect. So my number two is also similar to Catatonia in that kind of melancholic. In fact, way more melancholic than Brave Murder Day is. I'm talking about Swallow the Sun, one of my other favorite Death Doom bands of all time. Songs from the North, which is a triple disc. Only the first disc is Death Doom. The third disc is more dabbling with like Funeral Doom, but it has like death elements in. The second disc is more mellow. It's kind of like Damnation by Opeth, very mellow album. But the first album, the third album in this trilogy, I guess you could say, so damn good. Like the vocals are just so sorrowful. Songs like Lost and Catatonic, amazing heartstrings shattering, amazing song off the album. It has Aaliyah singing in Heartstring Shattering as well before she passed away. Love this album. It's one of the best kind of melancholic, depressing Death Doom albums you could get. I could have picked any Swallow the Sun album. I love all of them, but this one to me just hits me more emotionally. And I love every disc, but the first one is the more Death Doom one. So that's the one I'll pick for this list. I love it to pieces, but New Moon almost made it. I love that as well.
I've never actually heard that triple LP. The fact that it was so long and so no, I've never like sat down to listen to it. But the fact that Aaliyah's on it does make me want to go and check it out because I'm a big fan of Trees of Eternity.
Just check out the first disc.
Yeah.
And then take it like I don't know, like a series. Just listen to one disc one day, another disc another day. Do it like that.
That's just a good way of looking at it, I think. Yeah, I'll check that out. You've sold it to me though. It sounds good.
Very good. If you like melancholic, depressing shit, you'll love it.
That's why we're here, sir. Okay, so number two.
Yeah, number two.
See, I can count. I've gone with the band that you made. Well, yeah, I've already proven I can't really. So yeah, I wonder if this is the band that you were referring to earlier that had the one and done. Yeah, I've gone with yes, Disembowelment's Transcendence into the Peripheral. Easy for me to say. Australian Death Doom. It very much has kind of inspired bands like Spectral Voice, and quite a lot of the like Worm are using this sound as well. Very, very unusual. Lots of lead heavy work going on. It's almost like twinkly. It reminds me of like being in a cave system with like, I don't know, water droplets kind of echoing around. That's the best way I can describe it. The drumming is massive on this. It's like pushed right to the forefront of the production, and it sounds like it's being played in a garage. I absolutely love it. It's very DIY sounding. Deep bellows, really great songwriting. It's one of my all-time favorites, without a doubt. My number two, Disembowelment.
Great pick. I wanted to put it on my list. I will have it on honorable mentions. Spoiler alert. But
I was gonna say
I really like that album a lot. Yeah, I love it. Great pick. Wait, we're on number one now. What the fuck?
We've absolutely flown through this.
What the hell? That was quick.
Yeah.
What's going on? But yeah, my number one. Can you guess what it is? What band haven't I mentioned?
I'm expecting Autopsy here. No Autopsy. Oh, of course, man. Yeah, I've got a little thing on my screen that's covering your t-shirt.
Oh shit! Yeah. Hooded Menace is my number one. Never Cross the Dead, which you spoiled. No, it's all good. I love.
And then got wrong in the end anyway.
I love the album to pieces, like to bloody chunky pieces. I've got so many Hooded Menace shirts. I don't have any albums though.
Oh no!
I have like 4 shirts by them. I don't have any albums. Like all my money's like merch, but not like the actual fucking music itself. What a dumbass.
Representing somehow.
Yeah, I'll wear it. Just won't play it.
I just
No, I'm
won't listen
joking.
to it. Yeah,
And yet it's my number fucking one.
yeah,
I
sounds
do what I
good.
want.
Makes
I do
sense.
what I want. But yeah, House
Yeah.
of the Hammer. Oh, what a great goddamn song that is. This
Mm.
Never Cross the Dead, like the riffs in it. I love how long the songs are. I love how every riff is just so thunderous when it hits, and it's just can't help but headbang. Like I was
Yeah.
listening to this album in prior to this video we were doing, and I was just headbanging the entire fucking way through it. Every riff is just so monstrous. Just the gargles. Yeah, I love it. The title track is so goddamn good. Never Cross the Dead. Yeah, I adore it's so I love the horror themes as well. It does feel like zombies are actually singing to you, which is so cool. Another band kind of does this, which would be my honorable mentions. I think did I put it in my own? Yes, I did. But not quite as good as Hooded Menace. So Hooded Menace is my number one. Never Cross the Dead.
Great
Don't
pick.
cross them.
Solid pick, of course, as you saw earlier.
Yeah, you got on your list.
Yeah, man. The grooves on that thing, man, as you say, you can't help but bang your head. If you don't bang your head, you're not enjoying it enough for my liking.
You're not
Yeah,
alive.
exactly. Yeah, you genuinely mustn't be. So yeah, killer shit, man. Great pick.
Number one for you. I'm
Number one
interested.
is a band that you've already mentioned, actually.
Oh.
And an album you've mentioned in passing.
Yeah. Last One on Earth.
Last One on Earth. To be in here, had to be number one for me. As I say, I could have put any of the Asphyx kind of Martin van Drunen era kind of albums in here. But this one, so you were kind of arguing with J-Dog about like what the heaviest band is.
I was taking the piss out of him.
Oh yeah.
I don't think
he
Sabbath
didn't
is
enjoy
heavy.
that. No, but you had a point. There's Electric Wizard, which you can definitely throw into that category for me. Mortician has to be in there, but this has to be put in there as well. Compared to the Rack, the guitar sound on this is so like overwhelmingly fuzzy and dense. It's just few bands come close to how heavy this is to me. It's so punishing. The vocals are wretched, as they always are with Martin van Drunen. Some fantastic riffs. It's punky, it's raw, it's crusty, it's nasty, and I fucking love it, man.
Hell yeah.
One of my favorite albums of all time. Love it.
Yeah, I was struggling between that and Death the Brutal Way. That is if you watch my ranking, that's my number one. It's been my number one for a long time. It's just recently I've been getting into Death the Brutal Way. So ask me again in like a month. Maybe it'll go back to that.
Yeah.
I love that album. It's a fantastic pick.
So good. Death the Brutal Way is a great pick as well, though. What a comeback album. I can't think of many better comeback albums than that.
I can think of Brave New World, and that's about it. Nothing else comes to my head.
Macabre Eternal, I guess, but I mean, it doesn't come close to.
Yeah, that's
Death
good.
The Brutal Way.
Yeah, that's good, but yeah.
Okay, so that was our top 5. We absolutely flew through that. We were originally planning on doing a top 10, but we do have some honorable mentions that we're going to show now. So yeah, Questy, take it away.
So here's my non-existent honorable mentions. So first of all, disembowelment with a little D. No big D's for disembowelment, not little D's.
Only little D's.
Transcendence into the Peripheral, or whatever the fuck it's called. Such a monumental album. Whenever I heard it, I was always thinking, like, this is some great funeral doom. And I realized it was Death Doom, and I was like, no, it fucking isn't. And I more listened, I was like, oh yeah, it is. I'm just an idiot. But it has tendencies as well. It has the slow elements, and it kind of
100%.
Very atmospheric, thick with atmosphere. I love that album. So good. It could have easily been in my top 5, easily. Next up, what have I got down? I got Gothic by Paradise Lost, which people say is Gothic metal. No, it fucking isn't. Gothic is a Death Doom album, just like Lost Paradise or Paradise Lost, whatever the debut is, which is more Death Doom as well. But I think Gothic is just, I don't know, it just improves on everything the debut did. And I love like Draconian Times and all the other stuff, but Gothic is just monumental. I love the sound of that album. I could also put like My Dying Bride and Anathema's early stuff because they're great as well. Another one which people might not know is Atraxi, which is kind
Oh
of
yeah,
a
Spanish.
yeah, kind of funeral doom mixed with the death. So cool. The vocals are so good. Resigni, I don't know how to actually pronounce it, but that's a great album. And
Yeah,
next up, Acid Witch Tannic Hallucinations. It's just a fun fucking album.
yeah, man. I love that thing.
It's fun as hell. It kind of reminds me of Hooded Menace in a way, the horror themes and stuff with great riffs, cool vocals. And last but not least is Temple of Void, which I love. Very similar to Hooded Menace as well. The one I'm going to pick is World That Once Was, which is a bit more atmospheric than the first two. But I just love like Casket of Shame. That riff stuck in my head constantly. This casket of shame, and the fucking title track. Oh, I could easily put that in my top 5, but it's here. So over to you.
There's some super cool, like clean vocal bits in that Temple of Void album.
I
Really
love
like
it. I
it.
love.
Hooded Menace vocalist did vocals on Witch Tannic Hallucinations as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Really, really fucking cool. How can't you like it? In that case, love Acid Witch. Great picks, man.
thank you.
So yeah, I've picked 5 as well. I'll just quickly rattle through them. From the Netherlands, Mystic Charm with Shadows of the Unknown. This has a very similar guitar tone to Asphyx, very, very similar. You could guess that it was from the Netherlands, literally based on the sound of it. Female vocalist as well, kind of mid to high register vocals. Very, very cool. Love that thing. 1994, I believe, if I've gotten that right.
I've never fucking heard of that in my life. That's something to check out. I need to.
Yeah, man, give it a whirl. I've got Swallow the Sun. You can take that one with you.
Perfect.
Next up, Decatur. This one's In Death We Meet. This came out in 2012, I believe. This is an all-women's death doom band. It's sluggish, doesn't like go out of its way to be too kind of fast and punishing. Just builds atmosphere. Really, really good out the US. Go and check that out if you haven't already as well. Next up, I've got a band out of Finland. Ripakulu.
Yeah.
Musta Ceremonia. Yet another album that just does a perfect job of not going too quick, not trying to be too, I don't know, fancy. It's very crushing. The sound's really suffocating and claustrophobic. Very, very good.
And that artwork.
Oh, it's absolutely
amazing.
Brilliant. I'll get that back in the shot as well.
Ooh.
Absolutely stunning.
Need that on my
cover art. Yeah, it's killer. I need it on my wall.
Yeah.
Next up, out of the US. It's got to be said, it's a recent one. I think it came out in 2017, if I've remembered that correctly. But this is one that's really stuck with me. Disembowelment-esque, very much so. Love the vocals, especially the high screams. A lot more of that on the new one, Sporagmos, but yeah, love that one. That's Spectral Voice with the Rooted Corridors of Unbeing.
Amazing.
And finally, yeah, brilliant shit. This one very nearly ended up in my top 5. Cyanide's The Dying Truth. For the piccolo snare drum alone, absolutely killer. Being a drummer, that sound just, I don't know, goes straight to my bones, man. So cool. Very
is
minimalist.
that you over there? Your bones out?
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely squatting. Yeah, this thing's absolutely great. It's kind of sparse sounding. It's very hollow. But yeah, that drum sound, man, killer.
Sick.
And they're my picks.
Love them. Though I can't remember. I completely forgot the band name, but if you send it me in a message, I'll listen to it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Already. Yeah, I'll zap it over to you, man. Killer.
Sweet.
Good stuff. So yeah, we'll hopefully be doing some more of these in the future over on Questy's channel. Questy's very kindly offered to kind of edit this all because I was fannying about with the technology and stuff. I'm pleased you just didn't see that. It was horrendous.
It was like an old man trying to fuck a doorknob.
No, he'd definitely do a better job than I did. Yeah. But yeah, enjoyed that. Cheers for coming on, Questy. Really enjoyed that.
Thanks for having me on the channel.
Absolutely. I'm sure everybody watching this on my channel knows who you are, but if you want to put in a shameless plug, then by all means do so.
I've never plugged once on my channel. I'm not going to start here. Fuck you guys.
Perfect. Nice one. Well, I'll pop Questy's channel in the description below, seeing as though he doesn't want you to check him out. But yeah, thanks very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed that. Take care as always, and I'll catch you in the next one.